Welcome to The Short Score, your weekly update of roping news from around the industry, where you can find the latest on the sport from the pro rodeo ranks to the jackpot world. I'm Taylor Vollen, and I'm your host. Hey everyone, it's your host, Taylor. Welcome back to another episode of The Short Score. I hope y'all have some big plans for a fun Saturday. I know I do. We're continuing with our special Jake and Clay series on today's bonus roping.com tips episode. And today, Jake and Clay are reminiscing on some turnout stories from back in the day. I hope y'all enjoy.
The Oakdale 10 steer is going on in September, the same time as Albuquerque. So we were up that night. So we roped at Oakdale at the 10 steer, chartered a plane with Fred Davis and Ronnie Graves. And we get over there and we land and we're not going to make it. And so Alan tells the cab driver, I'll give you $20 if you can get there in 10 minutes or whatever. So the cab driver is driving like crazy getting there. Well, he goes to the wrong exit. The fairgrounds at Albuquerque is a big area there. And so he dropped us off on the wrong corner. So we take off running. So we get to this gate and there's a security guard there. And the guy's like, need to see your passes or whatever. We're like, we're up right now. Can you give us a ride up there? These guys like, no, I can't give you a ride up there. And he's hassling us. So Alan just reaches over there and just knocks his hat off and just takes off running. And man, the rest, Fred and I and Ronnie, we're just right behind him. I just know we're going to hear boom, 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 boom. We're going to get shot in the back. Man, we come running up there. And right when we get there, they just turned our steer out. The steer's just trotting down the arena. So now then we got to hop on that plane again and be back at Oakdale the next morning to start the roping again over there. So that was one of my craziest turnouts.
I think all of our times though, Jake, I turned him out one time because I made the short round at Pendleton and the calf roping. So I chartered with D and down there we was up at Abilene, and when we got into New Mexico, we got into bad weather and we couldn't stay below the clouds, and we had to abort the mission, so I turned him out. So, but I've been turned out a few times just because, sometimes things happen.
And it's like the Cowboys, it's just the mentality of a cowboy is that, that's just one of the things, no matter what, you don't turn out. You might drive all night long, 100 miles an hour, and it's just the mentality of no give up, no. And for the most part, the good Lord got us there. It was amazing the stuff that we did though, the all night drives and the fast driving, and it just seemed like that's what it took. And because if you didn't, the next guy was gonna,
Well, and you were good at scheduling, really. The only thing that could get you is like commercial flights messing you up, but you had your time calculated as far as driving. Year after year, we'd go from, slack at Livingston, drive all night, and you pull in there 30 minutes early at St. Paul when slack starts. You just know that that's the amount of time you got. That's what it takes to drive it. If you can get there within 30 minutes of starting, you're golden. You can do it.
The flat tires were and man, we were like race car drivers. We had a flat. Everybody did their part, jump out, get the jack. Somebody's knocking the lugs off, get the spare tire. We could change them. We could change them tires out. Just like NASCAR. Boom, and you're away you win again. A lot of times too, driving, I mean, we did this all the time, switch drivers, we wouldn't pull over. We'd just crawl over each other and away we go. And then we had the Capri campers, and then we had the crawl through windows. So you could just shimmy up through there and get back there and take you a nap.
Run a lot of red lights.
Yeah. We used to play cards going down the road. One guy'd be in the, back in the back there playing cards. We just, a lot of crazy stuff.